Hi guys, back with me, Kynthia Tsabita Prasojo from English 3 Class C, and today I have the opportunity to tell you guys about Australia travel requirements. So here I already divided into 5. First one is the introduction or country profile. Second is the required travel documents. Third, immigration regulation. Fourth, custom regulations. And the last one is cabin or baggage regulations. So, about Australia itself. Tourism in Australia plays a big role in the Australian economy and comprises domestic and international visitors. Australia is the 14th most visited country in the world according to the World Tourism Organization. In the financial year of 2018-2019, tourism was Australia's fourth largest export and over the previous decade was growing faster than national GDP growth. At the time, it represented 3.1% of Australia's GDP, contributing around 60.8 billion Australian dollar to the national economy. And based on the data from Tourism Research Australia on 2023, this September itself has results show that international visitors took 549,000 international trips to Australia, had 18.3 million nights away, and spent $2.2 billion during their trips. Wow, what a lot of money. So, if you guys are planning to visit Australia, there are some few things that we need to present to the officers in the immigration office, such as valid passport or other acceptable travel documents, that the passport itself need to be valid for at least 6 months beyond the intended period of stay. Second is valid visa. Of course, when we're visiting a certain country, we have to clear about our needs. Like, do you go there to travel? Then you go for a tourist visa. And if you want to work there, apply for the work visas, like that. And next, we have to have a completed and signed incoming passenger card, including health and character declaration. IPCs will be provided to the travelers on board their flight or ships before arrival or by the Australian Border Force in the arrival terminal. Next, we also have to have the custom declaration form, travel itinerary, copies of flight tickets, accommodation detail, certificate of identity, and other documents of our identity. Next, moving on, we go to the immigration regulation, where Australia's immigration regulation encompasses various rules, requirements, and procedures for individuals entering the country. These regulations are governed by the Australia's government's Department of Home Affairs and has the result of the Migration Act 1958 and Migration Regulation 1994. And guys, here we need to pay attention that because you will be prohibited to enter the country if you are or have been a member of a group or organization or had or have an association with a person, group, or organization that the minister reasonably suspect of being involved in criminal conduct, you have a substantial criminal records, or you are or have been convicted of a domestic violence offense or have ever been subject to domestic violence order. So please pay attention to the immigration regulation before you guys planning to visit a certain country, not just Australia. And now moving on, talking about Australia custom regulation itself. So talking about the Australia custom regulations itself, Australia has a strict regulation about items that can be brought into the country. So like certain items such as food, animal products, plant materials, and drugs need to be declared upon arrival, and failure to declare could result in penalty, of course. So here I already show you 3 example from it's the do's and don'ts. And the first one is the do's one. Let's declare any risk good, including food, alcohol, tobacco, animal products, and plant material that we have. Also, carry a copy of your prescription or a letter written in English from your medical practitioner as evidence that the medicine you're bringing is required as part of your medical treatment. Last from the do's is bring commercially prepared and packaged chocolate or confectionery into Australia as a personal import. Because if you didn't tell that it is a personal import or your personal belonging, it will be and for the don'ts, don't bring weapons or firearms, knives, and concealed blades. Also, don't ever bring fakes or counterfeit goods, including things like brand name or a designer clothing, handbags, shoes, cosmetic, perfumes, and hair straightener, because you guys can get penalty from it. And don't bring publication, films, computer games, and any other goods that describe, depict, express, or otherwise deal with matters of sex, or in this case is illegal pornography. So, moving on. Now we are in the cabin and baggage regulation. So we are actually took it from the Garuda Indonesia, and the free international flight baggage allowance for passenger is as follows. First class around 50 kilogram, business class 40 kilogram, and the economy class around 30 kilograms. And please note that the combined dimensions of a checked bag must not exceed 158 centimeters or 62 inches per bag, and the maximum weight of a checked bag must not exceed 32 kilograms, and passengers with disability can carry a wheelchair and or other assistive devices free of charge and not count as the baggage allowance. And next, still in the cabin and baggage regulation, there are also some regulation that we have to follow in the airplane when we are going to the Australia. So it is okay guys, so we are going to the next slide, which is still in the cabin and baggage regulations. So we are really not allowed to bring corrosive materials such as mercury may be contained in thermometers. That's why we are not allowed to bring it. And also things like acids, alkalies, and vehicle batteries. And second one is explosive, of course. Who will bring? Yeah, we don't know, but don't bring, please. And third one is compressed gases like flammable or non-flammable or even poisonous. Please don't bring it. It's really dangerous. Fourth is flammable liquid like gasoline, paints, thinner, and adhesives, lighter fluid, and methanol. It can cause a fire in the airplane, so please don't ever bring it. And 5, there is a flammable solid like fire lighters, fireworks, and flares. 6 is oxidizers like bleaching powder, peroxide. It's really don't bring it. And 7 is the radioactive materials, and the last one is chemical and toxic substance such as fire extinguishers, arsenic, and insecticides. And actually there are plenty of it that I could not tell you one by one. So I think that's it from me. Thank you so much guys for following me in this opportunity. I hope you guys gain a lot of new information, and see you on the next episode. Bye bye.